Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are so excited that you're here. And just know that whoever invited you to the call tonight must really care about you to want you to know about this technology. I'm Nikki McCutchen. I will be your host this evening, and you are in for an absolute treat. We have not gotten to do one of these types of testimonials yet. And the small things that I have heard have absolutely blown my socks off. So I cannot wait for you to hear these stories tonight. I know you're going to want to share this video far and wide, and we so appreciate those that are going to be sharing tonight because we just know that their willingness to share their story will bless so many, and so we so appreciate that. We're going to start with our medical disclaimer. Tonight, what we will be sharing is for informational and educational purposes only. All the products we discuss are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any dis-ease. If you are on medications or have medical conditions or are pregnant or nursing, just like embarking on a new health regimen, diet, or fitness program, we always recommend that you check with your preferred healthcare practitioner first. And so with that, I am super excited to bring on Mary to start sharing. What she's going to be talking about tonight is we have a brand new technology that's coming out that's kind of being released in stages right now. And so she thankfully has already been able to get the X2O machine. It is our water machine that is light infused water. And I know that sounds crazy, but after everybody talks, I'm going to give you some stats from one of the studies that have gone on so you can kind of understand a little bit about what the potential of the light infused water, completely novel. There is nothing else like it on the planet, which is all of our technology, which is what's so amazing. And so we are so excited to just have this, that LifeWave is bringing this to market, that we're going to be able to share it and other people going to be able to use it. And the amazing thing tonight is that Mary has already started sharing with her friends and family and their friends and family. And so that's what's great about this, is just being able to share something as amazing as clean, pure, fresh water that is truly able to just allow your body to do what it was already designed to do. And so with that, Mary, if you will come on, and I know you have a few stories for us tonight, so we would love to have you on and just start sharing how long you have had the X2O, what you all have been experiencing, and what you've seen in your family members as well.
Thank you for inviting me, Nikki. So we got the machine 2 Saturdays ago. So when the machine was hooked up, on Thursday night prior to getting the machine, I was coming down with I didn't know what it was, but I was aching. The next day I had a stomach bug and it was pretty bad. Um, it was really a bad. My stomach was in cramps and everything. So Saturday, my husband hooks up the machine and I get to drink my first glass of the 16 ounce of the water. And within an hour, I could feel my stomach feeling better. And then all of a sudden, I had to run to the bathroom and I was detoxing. And that's what I'll just share with everybody. Then I felt really good. But then within 15, 20 minutes, I had to go again. And so by the third time, there was nothing left. And I've detoxed before, but never like this. And I kept thinking, my gosh, I can't imagine what this product's going to do if that was just 16 ounces of water. You know what I mean? That
Mhm.
pretty much got me much, much better. So that was my first story that I wanted to share with everybody. And the second one is what I've been noticing is I have more energy. I used to always get tired around 3 o'clock. I don't have that anymore. And the other thing that I'm noticing, I'm also, by the way, to back up, I am adding our cellular Gies supplement with my drinks every day when I drink the my water. So that's what I do first thing in the morning is make up that. And and I noticed that at night when I would settle down in my chair, I usually would fall asleep and they'd be laughing at me because I miss all the TV or whatever's on or going on. I'm out, but I'm not. I'm up until it's time to go to bed. The other gift that I've been noticing, which I had like I had to test it myself to see if really was happening, was I wasn't waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and I'm talking about within 3 or 4 days. And this one morning, it was in the middle of the night pretty much. I woke up, it was like 4 in the morning, and I'm like, do I have to go to the bathroom? I don't think I have to go to the bathroom. And was never happening before. And so I said, I'm going to go just in case. And it was like I dribbled. I was like, this is amazing for me because I'm
Yes.
used, I got to go, I got to go, I got to go. And I haven't been feeling that. So the other story that I wanted to share was my daughter's. Okay. So she has had stomach issues for a long time, a lot of stomach issues. And we found that she's allergic to fructose. And there's 3 other things, but you'll never get me to remember them all. But I could just tell you the fructose is the biggest thing. So she's been taking the water every morning since that Saturday. So now 3 days into taking the water, she went to the Renaissance Festival, and she gets there and she ordered a drink that she thought was safe for her to drink. And when she has this, when she is allergic to her fructose, what happens is she'll belch, and she belches, and she doesn't stop. She'll belch for 8 hours, pretty much straight. And these belches are not normal. So she's at the Renaissance, ordered this drink, and she started to belch. One belch, and she's like, oh my gosh. She was so upset because she's like, this must be something in this drink. But she stopped belching.
Praise the
So
Lord.
she actually was able to finish the drink.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
and she didn't belch. And she's totally shocked, right? So later that evening, she ordered something, and she said, I didn't know it had cucumbers in it. And that must also be something that activates whatever she has going on. And she said, and she's telling her father and I, Mom, you're not going to believe this. I did not belch. And I'm like in shock. So I said, oh, you got to get on and tell Nikki. But she's too shy, doesn't want to get on camera. But
It's okay.
and the best part of this is she wakes up in the morning and she's the first one on the machine. And she's very excited. She will have a better testimonial coming up because she has eczema. She has allergies. She's got, you name it, she's got it. And she's really looking forward to what this the water is going to be doing for her.
That's
So
so amazing. Now, Mary, so just to clarify, so you're also wearing patches, but I want everybody to
yes,
know that you don't have to use our patch technology to also be using the water technology. And this one of the studies that I'm going to go over with you all, just give you all some pointers from it, is based on people just using the water technology. But the amazing thing is our patch technology is also really incredible. So if you're using the combination along with, like Mary talked about, the Celergize powder, all of those things are purposely designed by David Schmidt to work synergistically together for our bodies to have overall stimulation and elevation of those in particular things that we need, so our body can operate at its highest optimal health. And so, yes, so you're using patches. Is your daughter also using patches or not?
no, not now.
Okay. So that's a great example of the fact that the technology is already right out of the gate working for someone right away who's not using the patch technology consistently. So, but Mary obviously is. And
Right.
some of those little things that you were talking about that have, like, several of the things that you mentioned, those things cleared up for me just with the patch technology, the not having to go to the bathroom at night anymore. But those were things that your body was still needing some extra extra help with. So it's really amazing that adding this light technology, that was happening for you, as well as I wanted to add that you're talking about the detoxification. So I have been listening to a doctor who she's been talking about utilizing the X2O in the water, and she is like super clean in all of her eating. Like she thought she has, checked all the boxes in all of her health. So she didn't think that the water was going to do anything at all for her. And that is what it has been doing, is still being able to detoxify things in her body to where, like you, she's going to the bathroom multiple times just to get things cleaned out. And so I am super excited about that, because I am always loving to optimize my health, and to know that my body is detoxifying properly, that lets me know that things that are not supposed to be inside it are moving out. So always better out than in. And so I always love the ability for our bodies to detoxify properly. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm so glad that you've noticed that, because that's just going to help your health overall in every way, because your body is operating properly within its detoxification systems.
Right. But it's more exciting, Nikki, is when you're able to help others. So that's
Absolutely.
going to go next with the next story. So
Fantastic.
what I decided to do was open up my house and invite people over and invite them to try the water. So we've been having water parties here. I've had somebody every day except today. Today's the first day I didn't have anybody over. But every day since I've had it, I've been inviting. So Sunday, I called Peter and Mary and asked them if they would like, if they were in town, because they live farther away. And I said, if you're in town visiting your mom, I said, why don't you guys come over and bring mom? I call her Mrs. Miller. She likes to be called Joanie, but Joanie and I have been friends for many, many years. And I invited them over Sunday. So now what I'd like to do is share with you what happened after Mrs. Miller, which is Joanie, came to my house to have some water. So,
Come on.
Joanie?
Fantastic. Yes, Joanie, please come on.
Well, I was interested in the water. And so I think I had about a half a cup,
Or
or maybe more.
but we brought
and-
you over to the house. Tell them
but-
how you got into it.
Yes. And by coming into their house, they have about 5 steps. And I have scoliosis. I'm 93 and I'm having trouble getting up and down the stairs. Well, so I had to hold on to the rail to walk those steps, which has gotten to be kind of normal for me in the past month. And so drank the water, and I was surprised that I hate water, and it didn't taste bad.
You-
And so I drank the water, and we were there for what,
45
about
minutes.
45 minutes. And when it was time to go, I noticed that when I came out to the steps, I just automatically walked down the steps, just just holding onto one rail,
Not one step at
but-
a time.
but not one step at a time, just normally every step like I used to.
And no knee pain.
And no knee pain. That was the other thing was wrong. I would have knee pain every time I went up and down the steps.
So coming in, when you were coming into the house,
I
it
had
was a
knee
real
pa-
struggle
Yeah,
to get up the steps,
I
as
did,
well
yes.
as your knees were in pain.
Yeah,
Yes,
I should probably explain that. When she came, Mary and Peter were holding her to get her up the steps.
Yeah.
That was
Mhm.
really what I saw. They were
Yeah.
helping her up the steps.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
we were.
true.
We the machine makes 32 ounces. So you give 16 ounces for each person. And so they had to wait another 45 minutes for the machine to make another set of water. So they were there for about 45 minutes. And when Joanie was leaving, she took the water with her. She goes, "Can I take this with me?" And I said, "Of course." So she was taking the water and she just walked down the steps. And so
Yep.
she gets in the middle of the street and turns around and says, "Mary, did you notice I didn't hold on to the rail?" And I said, "You're right." And she said, I just walked down the steps like normally. Oh my gosh, Mary, you really think this water's going to help my knees? And I said, I don't know. Time will tell. Well, within 2 hours of her being home, she sends me a text and she says, I'm walking my steps. She has basement steps and steps that go like up to an attic, it looks like. And she says, I'm walking these steps with no problem. And then the other thing that she shared was, Mary, do you remember I do not like water? And I said, you know, I just realized that she doesn't like water. And now she loved it. So she
And
called
yet,
me today and says, can I come over to get some more water? Because I'm actually drinking water for the first time
right, and enjoying it.
and
Actually,
enjoying it. So
Yes.
I said, would you like to jump on the call with me tonight to share your story? Because it is more believable if she told it.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
well,
Yes.
and the other thing was tell them how
Yes.
you finished the bottle.
So we had that one big bottle and we all had a little bit of it. And then it was about a half a bottle left. And I said, Peter, Mary, do you want any more water? They said, no. I said, oh, well, thanks, because I want to finish it. It's really good. And they could not believe that.
My mother does not
That's
drink
right.
water.
Right. And,
she
and
has
That's
a
incredible.
right.
She
And
doesn't.
when I told my son, who lives a couple doors down, he says, Mom, whatever it is, buy it. If it makes you drink water and like water, it's worth every cent.
Yes. Absolutely.
Also
Yes.
tell them you only got up once during the night.
And the other thing that was very unusual because I only got up once. I have urgency and I get up at least 3 times during the night. I have a potty right next to my bed, make sure I get there because I never know when it's just going to be an urgent
when
and
you
come
got to go,
forth.
you got to go.
Yeah, come forth. So I got a good night's sleep that night. I only got up one time and I made it to the potty.
Praise the
So I'm
Lord. So
very
how many
thankful. I'm
times?
looking forward to getting the
Yes. How
water.
many times do you normally get up in the middle of the night?
Well, 3 to 4 last night. It was 4 times and changing my clothes 3 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm really looking forward to that.
Yes. Well, and
Thank you
that
so
is,
much.
yes, absolutely. So that's quality of life right there. Like
Right.
the good
Mhm.
Lord has left you here on this earth for a purpose and a reason. And this is allowing you to restore that quality of life and have that vibrancy and vitality and not have
Yes.
to worry so much because we worry about all of
Right.
those things.
Mhm. And the next morning I got up and I went around and cleaned everything. I went to church. Used my car, got to church by myself. So it was
Oh,
unbelievable.
that's so normally somebody takes you to church.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. And you went by yourself that day.
Yeah, I still have my car and I still have my license. So if I'm feeling well enough, I can go just close by. I don't
Sure.
go,
Yes.
and I
But I
thought,
mean,
well
that's
enough.
huge, right? I mean,
Huge.
that's
Right.
one of
That's
those
a big
things
thing
that
for
is,
me. Right. One night,
yes,
sleeping almost all night long, just getting up once. I was able to get dressed and go to church, come back and start cleaning the house.
yes, and that is just such a huge praise to the Lord to be able to
Right, it
have
is.
that because we all, when we're 93 like you, we want to, like, what person doesn't still want to have the availability to drive and feel comfortable and to feel confident in doing that? And so
Yes.
for you to get the rest that you needed, to have the energy that you needed to go and do everything that it takes to drive at 93 is such a huge blessing.
Yes,
And
it
then to
is.
come home and clean, come
Right.
home and not be
It's just-
exhausted and clean the house. That is so amazing.
And I bless David and Mary for calling me over to get the water. I said, my daughter to take and son-in-law to take me. And I hope
Absolutely.
I'll be a help to
Absolutely.
other people.
I can hear
Absolutely. Yeah.
the
And so
tears
your
of
knee
joy.
pain was better and gone that whole time in drinking the water as well, then,
Right.
correct?
My pain's back again in my knees.
Yeah.
I'm back to my
But
old way.
how many years have you had that knee pain?
Oh, only
What, maybe
about
2-3 years more?
about 2 years now.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, till I was
Yep.
about 91 it started, but that's when my scoliosis. I didn't know I had scoliosis until then.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Boy, if
Yes.
it
So
could
to have
straighten
that
me,
relief
if they
after
could straighten me up again, I'd really feel like I had a miracle.
Absolutely. Well, we're already going to praise the Lord and be so thankful for the things that you've gotten in just 2 days.
Yes,
Like all these
yes.
things in 2 days. We will be so excited for you to come back on and to tell your story about the long-term results. So we're going to join you in prayer and pray with you that this is just going to help all of the things going on with your back as well. And so, because ultimately the Lord has designed our bodies. He is the one that gives our bodies the capability to regenerate and heal themselves. And so to have a technology that has been studied and researched to support that design of our creator is truly a blessing. And it's our bodies that are doing the work. It's them. That's what they were already designed to do. And so I always say, for however many years the good Lord leaves me here on this earth, I want to live every day to the fullest. And I am so excited for you, Joanie, that is what you've experienced even in just 2 days. And so we can't
Yes.
wait to have you back and hear
Thank you.
more about what's gone on with you. Yes. Thank you so Mary,
Very
did
nice
you and Peter
speaking
get
with
to
you.
try the water at all?
Yes, but I gave most of it to my mom, and
Absolutely.
I just felt like a half a glass. I was on speed. I had so much energy.
Yes.
I I was just I was the
The
Energizer bunny
bunny.
times 4.
That's awesome. We will all take more energy, right? Like every
Yes.
single
Yes.
one of us will be like, yes, because at some point I know our bodies will regulate and that will just be maintained, stable energy that's happening daily versus just spurts here and there. So I can't even imagine what inside our body that all the mitochondria and all the ATP are doing to just
Right.
reactivate and turn back on to be like, oh my goodness, we have so much more access to more energy, more
Oh, yeah.
vitality. So that's really cool that you had that reaction just right off the bat too. And I
Yes.
did want to say, Joanie, too, what's so amazing is that the fact that as we age, all of us end up this way, is that dehydration is a huge issue as we age
yeah.
because most people don't like the taste of water, usually because there's so many chemicals in water today. And it's just, there's all kinds of issues if you're not actively pursuing really getting very high quality, clean water. And so it's no wonder that people don't really like to drink water. And so, yes, like Mary and Peter were so excited and just so flabbergasted that you were willing and excited to drink water that actually tastes good, which is so amazing. So that makes me so excited for everyone that is, as we're all aging, for all age categories and age groups, to have something that we actually want to drink that is so very healthy for us. So that is super exciting.
That is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Very good. Well, I'm just going to run through real quick to just give you some information. This information is from the clinical study number 3 that David Schmidt has done. But just so we have some factual information on here too, based on the clinical studies. So on that study, it has been proven to reduce inflammation, especially in arthritic conditions, helps back pain to go away, which here we go, Joanie. Hopefully that's going to be the next thing that you notice, helping that back pain go away. Improvements in blood flow and cognition. So great, for our brains. Brain fog goes away. Positive changes in every single organ group. So probably too, I'm just thinking through this. I'm not a doctor, so I'm just thinking logically about some of this. So like what you're talking about, Mary, is just feeling so much energy. So if every single organ group is having positive changes, then it's all that vitality coming back and your body having energy, which is what's so exciting. Okay, this is really jaw-dropping. Over 100 statistically significant changes in the body within minutes. Okay, which is why Mary and her daughter, and then Joanie and Mary as well, just having these improvements so very quickly. Improvements in blood flow to help with neuropathy. The body age significantly decreased. So for our body's actual age, the biological age to decrease, that's huge. That resets our body to a younger, healthier state, helps to burn more calories and increases energy. People that drink the water lose body fat. Hey, sign me up.
Hey,
Sign me
yeah.
up. That right there, just sign me up for that. Lose body fat, increasing oxygen in the cells, which again helps with that energy production and the way that we feel. This is also a form of oxygen therapy because the cells are being oxygenated. It has improvements in physical performance. So just like with Joanie talking about struggling to get up, being helped up the stairs all the way into the house, and then being able to walk out by herself with no knee pain. So that's instantaneous improvement in physical performance. And each one of us have a level of physical performance and vitality that we're going for, that we're looking for. And that was huge instantly for Joanie. Improvements in healing, in just overall body healing for all kinds of different things. Could be nicks, scratches, aches, pains, whatever it is. Increases the metabolism. And so that is what helps with the weight loss. Burns more fat to make more energy, which again, we heard Mary talking about actually feeling that. This is cool, which makes me super excited. The burn of the calories went up to a maximum of 25,000 extra calories, and the average 2,500, sorry, 25,000, we would all just shrivel up and evaporate. Sorry, 2,500 calories with the average being 1,750. So that is just, I cannot even wait to see that happening. Metabolism is being restored to when you were younger, which is what's allowing to burn all those extra calories because our metabolism is then working right. It's consistent with the increased amount of oxygen in the cell. So as our cells have more oxygen, they are able to have more energy and burn more fat as fuel. Consuming water infused with light increases the production of collagen, which means, hey, less wrinkles all across our body. We're all, sign me up for that as well. It increases muscle protein synthesis so that you can build muscle more quickly. That's another thing that as we age, it's so difficult to build muscle. So again, by resetting our body to a younger, healthier state, our bodies are more able and readily available to build that muscle. It increases of NAD and amino acids. It's the elevation of AT pre-production, which is the energy in our bodies and every single one of our cells. Light is the master control mechanism of everything that goes on in the body. The electrical systems of the body controls the chemistry. We have a thought to move one of our limbs, just like you see me constantly moving my hand, even though I guess I'm not really thinking about it. But if you think about, now I'm thinking about moving my hand, we have that thought to move that limb. There's actually a flow of biological energy that has to signal the muscle to contract for it to do that. So the X2O process infuses 6 different wavelengths of light into the water, and our bodies are 70% water. And so this is why we're getting results from every angle. Water is everywhere. So it's an important principle because we can deliver light to anywhere in the body we need it to go. Our bodies will deliver and use that light to wherever it needs to go. So water is the delivery mechanism. When it's consumed, it triggers regenerative mechanisms within every single cell in our body. So this is why we are so excited about this technology. We are so appreciative of you all coming on here tonight. Mary and Joanie, is there any last words that you would like to say?
I was just going to say thanks for inviting us, Nikki, and allowing us to tell our story.
Absolutely. And we always want you to come on and tell your stories. So please, whether it's with the patches, whether it's with the water technology, with the Celergize, whatever it might be, please come on, tell us your story, because just know that you are going to bless so many people by being willing to share your story. And we cannot wait for all of you to come back on again to let us hear the long-term results and what you're seeing with the technology as well. So thank you so much for everyone for joining us
Thank
here
you.
to
Thank you.
absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
We'll come back again.
Okay, we will be so excited to have you, Joanie. So thank you all so much for being here. And just know that we pray blessing over each and every one of you. Good night,
Thank you for
everyone.
sharing,
Mary.
Mary. Thank you.
Good night. God
Good night.
bless.
Good job, guys.
Thank you,
Good
Mary.
night.
Good night.